So I first discovered psychology as a senior in high school when I took a class, and I was just fascinated. And then I went to college with a double major in elementary education and psychology. And in my senior year, I discovered, no, I don't like so much being in front of the whole class of kids. I really like the one-on-one and the small group time. I really like working with the kids with special needs. So I decided my senior year, I disappointed the education department at my college and didn't student teach, and instead took on extra psychology classes and went directly from undergrad to graduate school at GSAPP and in school psych, because I figured that was the way I could work with the kids with those needs more one-on-one and really work with their families and that kind of thing. So I thought I was going to be a teacher originally, so I spent a lot of time in schools in undergrad, and I wanted to work with the kids in a school setting. I think kids spend most of their time in school. It's such an important part of where they're going to go eventually. Kids bring what's going on at home into their schools, so it's a good place to intervene, I thought. So that's why I decided school psychology instead of one of the other fields, clinical or any of the other fields. I looked at developmental psychology, I looked at some other areas. I really liked the idea of being in a PsyD program where you were out in the field right away. It just seemed like a really practical degree. That's what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to do research. I think one of the biggest things was the practicum experiences. We hit the ground running. From first semester, we were placed in a school setting. And then over the 3 years of coursework, I was in such varied settings. And so really got to sample a lot of different things, get an idea of what kind of environments we could work in, but also get an idea of what skills you need to work, not just with the kids, but with the teachers, with the administrators. I did some of my work in more urban, poverty-stricken areas. I did some of my work at the Bancroft School, which was a school for kids with special needs in a very nice, wealthy area. It was very varied, and I really appreciated that. The faculty were varied. They were so available for you if you wanted to meet with them. I got to do my dissertation with Kerry Chernus, and he hadn't been there that long at that point, but I did it on organizational psychology, but in a school setting. So I did a project with him. I took a piece of that project. It became my dissertation. It was seamless. It was still overwhelming to write a dissertation, but he made it so easy to do that. I also got to benefit from the clinical faculty too, and took some coursework with them and really learned how to work with adolescents there. And I think GSAPP there's a lot more education that has to go on after you get out of graduate school, and you're constantly learning, but you learn how to learn there.